Yeah, okay, good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Dropping heat like every season. Underdog like Willie Beeman.
5 takeaways for this week, or 5 takeaways from week 6. First one is Lions are Super Bowl contenders. On the NFC side, you've got it's Lions, Eagles, Niners, not in that order. They don't know what they don't know can't hurt them is kind of my idea there. They don't really have anything that's like.
You say some wild things that
What?
I please explain. I don't know what that means. What they don't know can't hurt them. There, the coach's job is to know, right? That's the coach's job is to know the teams they're going up against.
No. What I mean is they don't know what can't hurt, or what they don't know can't hurt them, in the sense of when we get to the playoffs, or when we get into those big games where it's close games, it's the same thing of like the frisky teams in the NBA when they're like, oh, it's like a young team makes the playoffs and they actually make it a series. It's because they don't know the pressure. They don't feel the pressure because they're just like, we're just here. Same thing with the Lions. When they make the playoffs this year and they get into a close game, I can see them prevailing, even though they haven't been in any of those close high.
No expectations.
Tensions. Yeah, there's no expectations. There's no like, even if there are expectations, they're just like, we've never been here before, so we don't feel the pressure. We don't know the moment. We're just playing. Like, the moment doesn't affect them.
All right. I like that explanation. I thought I caught you there for a second. You had a little bit. You were like, no, you're looking up at the ceiling. I thought I caught you. You pulled it out.
No, yeah. So that's the first takeaway. I think the Lions are Super Bowl contenders. Do you guys disagree or agree?
100% disagree. They have to get through Philly and San Francisco.
Or one, depending on how seeding falls.
Yeah, depending on how seeding falls. But I mean, if it's Philly and San Francisco, whoever the winner of that is going up against the Lions, I mean, it would have to be it would have to be like one of those sweet. They'd be like a Sweet 16, basically. Like a really bad team who goes on a run.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You call. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Cinderella. Try, what do you think?
I mean,
I don't know what I'm talking
something about the Lions, bro. I feel like they could get just lucky on some Hail Mary in like the champion, in the NFC Championship, and get something. So I don't know. I feel like.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, though. Sorry, finish your thought.
I was just gonna say, I feel like there's a chance for sure. I mean, it's not like a great chance, especially since they've got to play to get there, but I think they could get lucky and have a chance.
So you're neither saying that they're gonna make it or they're not gonna make it.
He's a fence sitter.
I mean, I see him as like a.
I feel like you say that for everyone. I feel like everything we talk about, you're like, they could be good. They could also be bad.
Well, let me put it. Let me put it in.
They could also be bad.
You'll understand if I put it in these terms. I see him as like an Elite 8.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Better than a Sweet 16?
Better than a Sweet 16.
I think no matter what, though, the NFC Championship is the Super Bowl.
It'll probably be like it'll probably be the best game of the year.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
The Eagles are in the NFC?
Yeah.
You said the NFC is going to win the Super Bowl. No, because you said that they would have to face.
Is he just trying to find something wrong in everything we say?
No,
or what,
he said that.
Deal?
He said that the Lions would have to face either San Francisco or the Eagles to make it to the Super Bowl. No, or I misheard.
Yes,
that's what he said.
So but the Eagles are on the East Coast, and then San Francisco is on the West Coast. They're not in the same division.
Yeah, they are.
That's not how the divisions. That's not how the.
So the Eagles are in the NFC.
Yes, yeah. and the Niners are, and
he's talking about the NFC Championship will be the Super Bowl because it'll be the best game of the year.
Why are the Eagles in the NFC? Oh, because it's north?
Dude, the AFC and NFC have nothing to do with geographical locations.
Why not? It should be easier for them to play games. if Tampa and Miami are right next to each other.
Yeah,
what
because
if it's the same
Zane,
division?
because there's an NFC West where you have the 49, like all the West Coast teams, and you have the NFC East, which has all the East Coast teams, and
So
you have
what's
the
the
NFC South.
decision here? Who decides like who's in what division if it's not based
Roger
on how
Goodell.
close they are?
Roger
This
Goodell.
guy's been watching football for how long, and he just realized that there's no geographical coordination to
Half a year. Been watching football
to
for
the
half a year.
conferences.
I thought you guys were laughing because it's like, no, the Eagles are in the AFC, you dummy. That's what I thought you guys were going to say.
I feel like I failed you.
I feel like you failed a lot of people.
Okay. The second point here, the second takeaway is word for word. I have it written down. I realized how sus it was, but I'm gonna say it anyways because it's funny. The second takeaway, I have it written down word for word. Brown's D is really good.
Browns D is really good.
Not lying.
I thought that there was going to be more pushback from mainstream media that the Browns defense is like I thought they were going to try and poke holes in it, but surprisingly they agree. So it's not really that like controversial, like that what I thought was going to be kind of controversial. Everyone just kind of agreed. So I don't really need to talk about it much outside of that. The third one, this one's fun because
I thought Myles Garrett was going to be a bust. Just had to put that point out there. Continue.
What?
why?
Just totally random.
He was the first like defensive lineman to go first round.
Is that true?
No, to go first overall. Sorry, to go first overall. He was the
okay.
first defensive lineman to go first overall. So I it's just like it just makes sense that he's a bust.
He's not.
Yeah, I got proven wrong, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Takeaway 3. The Jets season's reborn. 3-3. Aaron Rodgers is already throwing. Now he's got a long way to go before he's field ready. But he's already like breaking the mold of what a 40-year-old should be doing coming off of a freaking Achilles tear in week 1. We're in week 7 and he's already throwing the ball.
What if it was all fake?
That'd be crazy script.
What if it was all fake for the script, just to add a little drama in?
That'd be crazy. I don't know if he comes back. I don't know if he's trying to shoot for a return this year, but if he does,
100% he is.
and the Jets are hanging around the 500, like even just under 500, the script will take care of them and they'll make the wild card.
10,000% he's trying to come back this year. There's no reason why he would be doing all these other things like these stem cells and making this great recovery if he didn't want to come back this year.
Yeah. So
I think
Jets
I thought he was crazy when he was saying he's going to come back this year, but I kind of believe he's going to be back.
I know that would be. Is it possible
You're
to
doubting
win
the prophet Muhammad Aaron Rodgers?
Is it possible to win comeback player of the year when you got hurt in the same year? Is that like allowed?
They should. They'll probably change it. I'm telling you,
that's a great comeback.
It
But,
might,
no, but
bro.
like I don't know if there's any rules with comeback player of the year or not.
They change it for Aaron. He comes
Yeah.
back.
If he does it, it's
I think
honestly
it's
one of the
funny
greatest
how many
NFL
times
stories
we
ever.
said comeback.
Okay. Fourth takeaway. The Josh Allen Bills divide continues to grow. And I was going to post a video about this, but I kind of wanted to like think on it a little bit more. But even though they won the game, there's nothing in that game that inspires any sort of confidence or that creates any sort of momentum going forward for the Bills. They won the game, but it doesn't feel like it. And every time Josh Allen has one of these games where, at least this time he didn't have 4 turnovers, but still, you're supposed to be the third best quarterback in the league, if not
He's got
2.
the highest completion rating in the league right now. So
yeah, but
that's something.
Yeah, it's something, but it just doesn't feel to me when you watch those the Bills on the sideline, you watch people's reactions, you hear the media talk about it every time he has one of these games, it just feels like I don't know what the outcome is, whether the Bills like break up and they retool around him or if they trade him.
Like a band.
Yeah, like but something every time he has one of these games, some sort of change, something big in a bad way feels like it gets closer. I don't know what it is, but where do you guys stand with that? Because to me,
I think
every
that's
time he has one of
why
these
the
games,
Bills have been bad for so long, is because Bills Mafia they're just brutal with their players.
yeah.
And every single time someone doesn't perform like out of their mind, Bills Mafia is like, what's going on? This guy sucks. I mean, he has guaranteed 2 more games where he plays bad. They're burning his jersey.
But what does it do though? That's my thing. It's like I don't know what the outcome of it is. Like the divide keeps getting bigger, but like what does it mean? I don't think they're gonna trade Josh Allen. Do they trade Stephon Diggs eventually and try and put like I don't know what the fallout of this is, but it just doesn't feel good.
Probably trade Diggs. I mean,
Probably fire the head coach.
Because
that's been
I feel
conversation
like
too.
they're gonna trade Diggs before Josh Allen because Diggs is older and they have Gabe Davis.
I don't know why, but I feel like it's happened before where like the Bills fans were so pissed off on a coach that they got him fired. Does anybody else remember something like that? Because I feel like that has happened to where
not
it's like
the Bills specifically, but like it happens all the time in the NFL. If anything were to happen, I think that's the most reasonable and logical is that the coach finally gets fired and we get someone else.
Yeah.
Imagine if Dayball comes back.
Who?
Dayball.
Dayball.
He was the OC when Josh Allen was actually good.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, 5th one, and I've touched on this. I've kind of alluded to this a couple different times, but the Chiefs they're fucking terrifying. They scare me so much because they're sleeping giants. They're like they look.
They look.
I don't even know what the word is. They just look lethargic right now, but at any moment they get poked too hard and they wake up and it's over.
You know
it's
what
over.
it is?
Chalk up the season.
They gotta shake off the Taylor Swift stuff.
For real.
And then they'll turn up, I bet. It's all distraction. It's like it's like a girl distracting your star player. It's a girl distracting your star player from what really matters. And he can't turn it on because he's got 2 focuses. Put it all on the ball, brother. Let the championship rings come. The wedding ring will come later.
Pause.
I'm out here giving life advice though.
Maybe that's the problem.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. But do you guys agree? Like,
I think
it's just a matter of time.
I think they're doing an NBA strat and they're just playing it safe, right? Like how you said against the Broncos, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't shove it down their throats. They were just playing safe and slow. Yeah, I think they're doing an NBA strat, trying to save all their players till the end of the year. That's personally what I think they're doing. Is I think they're not like going full throttle because they don't want any injuries because they have a real shot at winning the Super Bowl this year. So why not just when you play a bad team, just win by a little? Like you already saw Patrick Mahomes instead of going for the touchdown, he slid at the like 1 yard line to take a kneel to win the game.
This is a top 3. This might be the best Zane take ever. This actually might be the best Zane take ever.
In a year, we're gonna have like best Zane moments. And it's gonna be 2 minutes long. Best Zane takes gonna be 2 minutes long.
And it's just this
clip.
one.
It's gonna be this clip and then me going 16 for 16.
Yeah, that's it.
And then a third clip of you talking about how being hydrated prevents concussions.
Yeah, that's it. Those are
the
top 3.
And then it'll cut to a video.
Once I beat the liberal lies telling me that it's not real, that being more hydrated doesn't prevent you from being knocked out. Once I beat those allegations.
When I see an Andrew Huberman video of him talking about how being hydrated is better for your brain, then I'll believe you. I'll come around.
It just makes sense, doesn't it?
Does it
not make sense?
Kind of starting to make sense.
It does. So yeah, I agree with you, Zane. That's like I said, that's a top 3 Zane take. I
don't think it's the Chiefs that are
that's
holding
literally
back.
what they're doing.
I don't think it's that they're holding back or anything because I think it's just like last year. they kind of didn't play very well like in the beginning, and it was kind of like, oh, whoa, the Chiefs not the same team, and they just turned it on 3/4 way through the season, and then
Same
they
strat,
just went
2 years in a row.
But did they have any major injuries last year? I feel like they did. I feel like they were missing someone going into the playoffs.
Patrick was hurt. Maybe not last year, but I remember
he was hurt, but
for
that was
one
in the
Super Bowl,
playoffs. He got hurt in
yeah.
the playoffs.
For one Super Bowl, he was hurt. I don't know. I mean, when you have guys like that, when you got guys,
But the thing is that they have like Pacheco's like actually they can run the ball like this year. They don't have to throw it every play.
I
They
think
got
that was a
Pacheco
surprise.
now.
That is true. That is
And
true.
they have Chris Jones, D tackle. He's playing. I mean, he's going crazy.
I don't think we're taking enough of the Pacheco impact into it because that is a good point that they don't have to throw the ball even when they're up by 20. They can run the ball now.
I think that was a surprise to them for sure.
Yeah. I don't think they were expecting it, and I think it's been a welcome surprise for sure. But it's been boring for us because we're used to seeing Patrick Mahomes go out and throw 50 touchdowns in a year.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Kadarius Toney. That's his name, right?
Kadarius.
Yeah, Sky Moore. What's his name? Rice, right?
Rashid.
Yeah, everybody
Rashid.
in the fantasy draft picked one of them up because we're like, oh my goodness, they're gonna go crazy this year, and then it's like they haven't really done anything. Pacheco's going crazy, and then Travis Kelce's going crazy, but it really feels like they're saving themselves for something
Marriage
further. Yeah, it really feels like they're saving themselves for that Super Bowl ring.
I like that. It's a good analogy.
Because who knows?
Yeah.
Like once we get deeper into the season, all of a sudden Kadarius Toney starts getting the ball. Sky Moore, all of the wide receivers start going off, and they're back to normal form. You know,
that's why I'm holding on to Rashid Rice because if this, like I said, you were out for this part of it, but we were talking about Chargers Chiefs, and that whoever pops off in this game, whichever receiver outside of Kelce pops off in this game, is going to become the number one option there. And I really like, from a fantasy perspective, the Chiefs look really good going forward. If you just have one of them and you can afford to play them in your flex, it's never a bad idea going forward because they're going to start to get heavier into that division schedule. And like we talked about, their division is the Broncos, the Raiders, and the Chargers. And that's like 3 free games where you're getting bottom of the league defenses that you're playing against.
At the same time, the connection between Patrick and Travis is just too much. I don't think we're ever going to see a really high output wide receiver when Travis is there.
No, but we saw like last week there was a flash for me because you're not going to get, because Travis is the mid-range and red zone target. But my thing is you need a guy like similar to Tyreek where you can throw the short ball and they're so explosive in the run after catch. And when I was watching Rashid Rice, he's the fastest receiver on the Chiefs. I don't know if it's close. Like the way he was taking off, he had 4 catches for 72 yards.
Yeah, he was getting open.
But that's the thing is they weren't down the field. It wasn't like the 3 receptions were, 3 20-yard catches, right? Or like 4 big plays. They were 5-yard dinks, and then he's just taking off. So if any, I think if whoever's going to take off is going to be, I had a stroke. Whoever's going to take off from the receiving core is got to be that guy that can catch the ball 5 to 8 yards and then take off. And I like that. I'm betting on Rashid Rice being that guy, but we'll see. I might end up regretting playing him over Michael Thomas after tonight.
Yeah,
you guys have any?
That's pretty wild.
Do you guys have any fantasy woes or guys that you're hopeful for, starters, sits?
Zach Moss is the greatest running back in the league. He will continue to put up 30 points per game. So if somebody wants him and wants to trade me somebody good for them, let me know, because he's going to be the best running back ever. He's going to be Adrian Peterson 2.0. So better trade me. Better trade me someone good for him fast.
Get him to the Cardinals. And honestly,
yes, make a trade mid-season, Oh my
Dude.
goodness. He's
Get him to the Cardinals, and he would be such good fantasy value.
I know he's got the talent. He has the talent to be a number one running back. Now they have Jonathan Taylor, who obviously has the talent, but then they have Zach Moss. Zach Moss, who's playing great when Jonathan Taylor was out. Just trade him away. So then I look like a genius. I don't have to worry about whether or not he's going to go off or he's going to get 2 points because Jonathan Taylor goes crazy. Just trade him away and make me happy.
Okay, so I have a trade that I sent it to Zane. I already kind of know your thoughts on it, but we can get a little bit deeper into the weeds here. So I drafted Justin Jefferson first overall. We all remember my team has since not performed and Justin Jefferson is out. I potentially have a trade on the table that's Alvin Kamara and Kyron Williams for Pollard, Michael Thomas, and Justin Jefferson.
Oh, wait, Alvin Kamara, who?
Alvin Kamara and Kyron Williams. Now, Kyron is out for probably, most likely will be out until week 11 because he got hurt. They have a bye in week 10. He probably won't return till week 11. But Justin Jefferson, that's the thing. Justin Jefferson is probably out till then too. At the very least. That's if Justin Jefferson comes back in 4 weeks, because last week he was out. So this is week 1. 8, 9, 10, 11, he would be back. That would be week 5 where he would be back. So it's a gamble. To err on the side of it's more realistic for Kyron Williams to come back in that week 11 than it is, I think, Justin Jefferson, because they might not win enough games to justify bringing him back, and they may either hold him out for another 2 weeks or shut him down completely. So
and who are you trading? Justin Jefferson?
So I'm giving up Jefferson, Michael Thomas, and Tony Pollard for Kyron and Kamara. And that's two, like, Kamara is behind because he just started playing again.
Bruh, did you just drop players mid-podcast? Did you just pick up Kadarius Toney mid-podcast?
Yeah, we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I didn't go pick him up. Just in case.
I saw that.
What are you
in case.
What?
Bro, this fantasy stuff starting to consume me, bro.
You have to go back. You have to get the small clip. When I'm saying this, I want the clip of your face like this.
Field. It wasn't like the 3 receptions were, 3 20-yard catches, right? Or like 4 big. Yeah, he was doing. I knew he wasn't paying attention because I was talking, and then all of a sudden I got the notification that he dropped him, and I wasn't gonna say anything.
Just added Kadarius
Hey man,
Toney.
this fantasy stuff never stops, bro. You gotta be.
It's like, hey, Dev's speaking facts right now.
I'm like, shoot. I mean, might as well. I gotta spot him on a bench. I'll leave him there.
I accidentally dropped Elijah Moore. I picked up a defense. I know. And I accidentally dropped him. I was spamming to pick him back up, and somebody else got him before me.
Yeah, and you can't because you claimed him, because it would be claimed. Yeah.
And I had Keaton Mitchell for all of my other waiver picks, and then for whatever reason, I don't remember putting Elijah Moore as like drop to pick up a defense. Apparently I did, and I dropped Elijah Moore.
Stuff.
He's averaging 10 points a game. That's better than the other 2 people I have on my bench. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so what do you guys think of that trade? I don't, because in a dynasty sense, like throwing this season out, because most likely I'm not going to make the playoffs either way. No matter what I make, no matter what with this, like what trades I have on the table, unless I include Lamar Jackson and like make just an absolute blockbuster trade. There's no way. I don't think there's any way.
It was the last one you sent me, right?
Kamara and Kyron for Pollard, Thomas, Jefferson.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
Yeah, because like from a fan,
it's
like
a dynasty standpoint.
For a dynasty standpoint,
you should be getting way more for the number 1 wide receiver in the league. Yeah, even though he's hurt, you should be getting way more.
But what if next year's the year that he drops off a little bit?
But don't think about next
year. But you should be
trading
him for way more than that. Because right now he's number 1. So you should be trading him for way more than that. even if he's injured, because everybody else is thinking I'm going to have the number one wide receiver next year. He has to wait. Yeah. He has so much value.
Yeah. See, that's
that Christian was going to give you 4 players for just him, and then you're going to like throw him in.
No, it was with Pollard too.
Yeah. So Tony and Jefferson, right, got you like 4 really good players.
Decent.
Yeah, but like
it was like Jahmyr Gibbs.
You're giving him away for too little.
Alvin, I don't know, bro. Alvin Kamara is about that shit right now. He looks like the best. Like now that like CMC is hurt, if he doesn't play this week, bro, he looks like the best. Like he looks like the best running back in the league right now.
I'll give you
he's getting targeted so much.
I'll give you Kadarius Toney for Justin Jefferson.
Done.
That's a good trade.
What are we talking about?
Hey,
Done.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
Then you have Rashee Rice and Kadarius Toney.
Oh, dude, my God. Oh, my God. Honestly, you should be trading Justin Jefferson for another number 1 somewhere else. If you're going to trade Justin Jefferson, you should be picking up a number 1 running back or a number 1 tight end. You should be picking up the number 1 of somebody else. That's the value that Justin Jefferson is at. Even though
I feel like if I'm going to trade him for any, like, realistically, which would make the league, would just overpower the league, would be Travis Kelce.
It's better than the other 2 guys that have literally everybody and they won't trade anyone because they don't need to.
I don't know.
Our league is so messed up because we have 2 guys with just stacked. They're just stacked to the gills, and you can't trade them for any, like, because they have the worst bench players ever. As soon as like they hit a bye week, they don't have anyone, right? But it doesn't matter because as long as they don't have a bye week, they have the best teams in the league, and they're not going to trade for anyone.
And even on a bye week, we all get weaker, and they just they are only missing like 1 or 2 guys.
They have a number 20 tight end. I have a number 7. I have Schultz. I tried to trade for somebody. Nope. You want to know why? Because it doesn't matter that they have a number 20 tight end because they have the top of the top. They're top of the food chain in every other category.
So
Logan just drafted great. Logan Horrocks. Jen Selby, he stole a man's pride and he stole his entire bank account with that trade. I told you guys, like, we're giving up Brandon Ayuk. And you're like, oh, DJ Moore.
I vetoed it. I vetoed that trade.
I remember you were talking to me, though, and you're like, no, it's all right. And then you went back on it. That is a ridiculous trade. I want to go back and look exactly at that. He got Brandon Ayuk basically for DJ Moore.
Either way, I just don't know what to do because it's only week 7. It's like, okay, do we just throw away the year? Because even if I make the playoffs, like even if any of us make the playoffs, we're not winning anything.
It's between Horrocks and Jen Selmy. They have the best teams. Horrocks just drafted great. And Alexis. But like Horrocks just drafted great. Jen Selmy pulled the flipping cloth over Owen's head and proceeded to skull.
Bro, something about that. I'm like, I feel like Owen Loki was like, yeah, I ain't gonna win. So you want some like hella good players? I'm like, come on.
That trade was wild.
He got Sutton,
Owen
DJ Moore, and somebody else, and he gave away Ayuk. And then I think Williams. I think the Chargers running back he gave away as well.
No,
I feel like he just tanked. I feel like he tanked on purpose.
But does he have anyone averaging like expected to put up over 15?
No,
I'm looking at it right now. No, he doesn't.
He has Devontae. Devontae Smith is the only good player on his team.
That's his best player. He has Nico Collins.
Oh wow, great, amazing.
He's on.
You want to know what Jed Selby has? You want to know what Jed Selby got? Right, he's got Nico Collins. He's got Nico Collins. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up Jed Selby. That rat, that criminal. He's a criminal. He should be thrown away in jail for that.
Okay, so that's my other thing though, is if I do just tank on the season, doesn't it make more sense to just dump Tony Pollard for somebody for like a running back that I think is going to be good next year and just tank for a good draft spot and grab a running back and just take my losses?
Like this.
Does not make way more
It's
sense.
week 7, bro. It's fantasy.
I have a 19% chance of making the playoffs. Not even winning, making the playoffs, Travis. My season's done.
I ain't thinking about next year.
This is what I'm talking about.
All
Jen
chips
Selmy, who is one of the best teams in the league, has a number 16 tight end who averages 7.7 points per game. I have a number 7 on my bench. I'm trying to trade him for somebody, and he doesn't care because he has such a stacked team of Ayuk,
What's your
Tyreek
trade?
Hill, Antonio Brown,
I need you to
Brees
stop
Hall,
yelling,
DJ
bro.
Moore.
Holy Moses.
All I'm saying is that he's so stacked that it doesn't matter that he has a 16. He has a tight end that gets 7.7 points per game, and it doesn't matter to him.
What is the trade you're trying to make?
It was so long ago, but it was like Schultz, Zach Moss, and D Hop for Brees Hall.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty like.
He's a number 7 tight end, and he has a number 16 he's starting.
2 weeks ago, that's a great trade for him. 2 weeks ago, that's a great trade for him.
You know, I was talking to you, and I was like, I think I should trade Zach Moss. You told me to wait.
I don't think I did.
You told me to wait. I know you did. This is your
I
fault.
really don't.
Your
think I
fault.
did.
Your fault I'm in this position.
I think you're just saying that. But that's my other thing too. Is I'm looking around at the other running backs, right? You know what the worst part about this whole thing is actually, and then we can kind of wrap it up because we're at the end of this. We have no chance of getting Christian McCaffrey ever again. He's gone forever. We'll never, unless we trade for him, there's no chance of getting Christian McCaffrey.
True. And I mean, Christian's team, besides Christian McCaffrey, has bailed Christian out every single week so many times. He's never giving him up.
Dude,
it's
literally
the only reason why he's positive.
It's a really good thing that you only keep 3 players on your team. If it was anything more than 3, we'd be hosed. There'd be no chance.
We're still hosed.
No, I mean like going forward after this year.
Yeah, but then what's going to happen? Jenselmi, Horrocks, and Alexis, they're all going to get picks before me because I was the last pick in the draft, and it wasn't a snake draft.
No, but it's different next year. We're not doing that again. It'll be a snake draft next year. It'll just be because we're not keeping any extra.
It was supposed to be a snake draft this year. What happened? What happened in that? Why are you so confident in that?
Bro, but Zane,
draft this year.
But Zane, you're saying that, but we both have better records than Devin. He had the first overall pick in the draft.
I know, because he's ass. All right.
I'm not saying this despite you, Devin. I'm just saying we can't really complain.
Despite him, he had the first pick for 3 rounds in a row, and we have better records than him. He's ass. You're ass.
Bro, Zane, we're not even talking about this if Justin Jefferson gets hurt. Because if I make that trade for Waddle and for Addison, and I still have Justin Jefferson, we're not even in this. I'm not even in this conversation with you guys. I'm in that conversation of the top 4 guys.
Oh, that's crazy.
Justin Jefferson is still healthy.
That's crazy. The first overall pick, who got the first overall pick for 3 rounds straight, would have been the best if Justin Jefferson didn't get hurt. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. It's almost like getting the first overall pick matters and is super valuable. Oh my goodness, that's crazy, Devin. No, that's crazy. Wish I could be in your shoes.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying though. The trade that I made.
T. Higgins is ranked like 64th. T. Higgins.
Stop yelling at me. Calm down. My ears hurt. Gosh, no. What I'm saying here is
amazing.
The trade that I made is what would have made that possible. Because even if I don't make that trade, but I still have Justin Jefferson, I'm still middle of the pack. But the trade that I made to grab Jalen Waddle is what makes all the difference. If he's healthy again, which if he comes back at the end of the year, I might be able to make a push, but I don't think it's going to happen. 2-4. I'm going to get bent over and the shit's going to get pulled over me by Logan Orox. It's so bad, dude. Listen to this guy's team that I'm playing, and then I'll go through my team. Cousins, Big Dick Kirk, Saquon Barkley, Isaiah Pacheco, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, George Kittle, Jonathan Taylor, Chiefs defense, Justin Tucker. Now let's go to my team.
Hey, don't even start with his bench. He has a number 1 running back in his bench still. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
because he's on bye. Yeah,
He's got Madison sitting on the bench.
I've got Lamar Jackson, Rashad White, Zachary Evans, Jordan Addison, Jalen Waddle, Dallas Goddard, who can't
Let's
catch
go,
the ball to
baby.
shoot.
Let's go, Dallas.
Rashid Wright, the Bills defense, and Brett Maher. I'm going to get ran over this week. You remember the first guy that Derrick Henry ever dribbled on a stiff arm? That's me this week. I'm going to get dribbled.
The first guy he ever dribbled.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
No, I'm going to get railed this week as well because I have 5 players on bye.
He's got 3 running back ones. How is this legal? Who approved
4.
this?
He has 4.
No, but I mean playing this week in his lineup. He can play 3 at a time.
I literally, I tried the trade for one of them because he has so much to give up. No, immediately no. I
can't trade with him. I can't trade with him, even though we've talked about it because it's this week, and he's like, I can't help you win. I'm like, that's understandable. I get it.
And that's the problem is he's so powerful. He doesn't need to strengthen up his bench because like you said, he has 4 RB1s that can switch in between. Saquon Barkley was hurt. Didn't matter for him. Jonathan Taylor was out. Didn't matter for him. He had 2 RB1s out.
Oh yeah,
that
and
wrecked somebody else's season.
Wait. I forgot he has 5 RB1s then.
Who else does he have?
Pacheco.
Yeah, he has Pacheco. Yeah,
He's got Matson, Taylor.
You have to give props to him because he just drafted
Barkley.
that.
Oh no, I think he traded. I don't think he traded David or Josh Jacobs. No, he has 4. Still though, I have to hope, Trav, that like somehow David Montgomery broke his femur so that I have an RB1.
I hope, but I could be going crazy with my RBs if he would stay healthy, bro.
Bro,
I tried to play the bench with him because his bench really isn't that great. Right?
Dude,
I tried to
thought
strengthen up his bench, and he was just like, "Don't need it."
I thought drafting Rashad White was going to be like great play. He's averaged like 6 points a game.
Yeah.
I've been out
tough.
here trying to make deals with like damn near every team in the league.
I know, bro.
I made like 10 deals. Everyone declined, and then like I got a deal sent back to me for my number 1 tight end, and I'm like, I can't. He's all I have.
Alone tonight. I've sent out 10 deals. Anyways, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. We're posting every day on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at buffet.sports for short form content. We're filming the podcast every Thursday. It'll be out every Friday. That's it. Bye, guys.